Hey, we're back. I'm going to show you how to trim your bowl. So first thing, you look at this bowl as it is. Besides being bottom heavy, it looks bottom heavy, okay, because it's really fat down there or whatever. And so here, this is a trim bowl. See how it has like this nice little pedestal? It helps finish the curve. It just makes the bowl look nicer, and also it's something to hold on to while you're glazing. Or if it's a hot bowl of soup, you're not gonna, or a big bowl of ice cream, you hold on to it really closely. And there's something to hold on to. So I always like putting feet in the bottom of my bowls. So here's my bowl. And so the first thing you're gonna do, you have to make sure it's gonna hold itself, like it's dry enough. So I'm squeezing it. It's kind of leather hard. It has a little give, but not too much. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna feel how thick and thin it is and where it's thick and thin. So I know I have a lot of clay here and here, but I don't have as much clay at the center. So that's one thing to pay attention to. You're gonna want your loop tool and your big loop tool. That works best, and you also, your needle tool. Okay, so the first thing you wanna do is center it on the wheel, and so I'm looking to see how it sits in the concentric circles, and then I spin it. Okay, you see how it's wobbling? So one way you could tell where the wobble is you just go really slowly, and wherever it touches, that would be, or you could just draw a line really quickly, lightly. Okay, so you see where it's really thick here, and you can see from here to here is the line. So you go to the thickest point, and you center that on yourself. And then you push forward a little bit, okay? And then you wipe the line away. And then, this is why you want this nice and clean, because you want this nice, before you cut the bowl off the wheel. So once again, I'm gonna just draw a line. That's not too bad. Another way to look is to see, so you're gonna be only trimming this part. So sometimes when you're beginning throwing, your bottom's gonna be all wanky, and this part will look off center, but it's the very top that you have to center. And you want the least wobble, and so you're going to only trim about up to here, so that's the part you want centered. This is good enough. And so what I have is some soft clay here, and you're going to put your hand down on here. You always have to hold it down, and I'm pushing this down onto the wheel head, not into the piece, okay? So I want to secure the piece, but I don't want to mess with the lip too much. So you do it in 3 areas. 2, 3. Okay, so now I'm ready to trim. So you make sure that it's on there tight. Okay, so now I'm gonna just trim away. So I go full speed. Once again, my elbows are not up, my arms are down and in. I'm always trying to keep my hands in contact with each other. One thing you could also do is if you ride your middle finger on here and you L out your hand, you support your other hand like that, and it makes it so you could really keep your hands steady and firm. So I'm trimming away this whole area here because I knew it was really thick. And then I'm going to take this tool, and I like using the square edge. Okay, so here I'm going to cut away. Okay, so I'm using the corner, and I'm making it nice and round. I'm remembering the shape of the inside of the bowl too. You want to echo the shape of the inside of the bowl on the outside. Go a little slower so you can see what I'm doing. I know sometimes it's afraid to do this full speed, but you're working with the centrifugal force, and it works better to go faster. Okay, so here I got my foot trimmed in here. Just keep pulling off what you think. And now I'm gonna trim the inside foot. So same thing, I'm using the corner, I'm just drawing a line, and then I'll flip the tool around, and I'll go from the inside out. And you just have to take off a ribbon of clay at a time. You don't wanna go too thin too quick. I also know that the very center of my bowl is fairly thin. So one way to tell is to keep tapping your clay And you can hear how thick it is. The more you do it, you'll understand what the sound sounds like. So I need to take a little more clay away. Once again, my hands are working together. Round side, now I'll flip it to the square side again. And I'm just giving myself a nice foot. You could keep the spiral lines or you could get rid of them. It's up to you how smooth you want it to be. Cleaning the inside. Now, you see how these are really sharp? First off, they don't look good. Second off, anything that sharp on a foot like that has a tendency to chip. Okay, so you have to really compress that. So I'm gonna go back with my finger, and I'm just gonna round this side a little and compress this in. You could do it with the sponge, but the clay's kind of soft that you can do it just like this. And I still might play with it. I love trimming. I think there's something really nice about it. And also, you see where this line is here? You want to kind of make sure you don't have that kind of differentiation. The right tool. You could also come back with a rubber rib, smooth it out if you want. Could be a regular rib too. So that's, it's just how much do you want to futz with it and how much you want to play with it when you're done. I'm done. Yep. It's done. All right, so then you want to take it off and check it. All right. And then I might come back and work the lip a little, just with the sponge. But anyway, this is my 20,000-pound bowl. Thank you. Ciao.